Demo Dabble.
Guys, welcome back to Demo Dabble, and I gotta start this off with a little bit of irony. Today's game is called Songs of Silence, and yet I've been sitting here adjusting settings for my own purposes and getting ready to record this, and I'm so glad there isn't silence. This music that has been written for this game is beautiful, and in fact, it's given me really hard flashbacks to the specific music stylings of Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy XII, which ironically are both, somewhat same universe. So I don't know if that's intentional or not, but coming from me, that's very high praise for the music, for the people who made this game. Is it an RPG? It's making me think of RPGs. I don't know, and I'm thinking the answer is no, because instead of just saying, hey, new game, it says campaign, scenarios, and skirmish, and those things make me think more of RTSs or maybe even 4X. I'm not really sure. So let's do what we do. Let's pop in and play this. I think we'll go campaign. A Song of Light and Dark. After the destruction of her home, Queen Lorelei of Erengard is seeking a safe haven for a ragtag group of survivors. If I know anything, it's that the ragtag groups are the ones that always become the heroes. In the allied realm of Elbin, the refugees are drawn into a brutal war caused by the slowly encroaching Silence with a capital S. Oh, okay, interesting. Encroaching silence. All right, let's see what they've got going on here. Got nervous by the loading there for a second. That's a good map art.
I will never forget the last days of Erengard. The day the purgatory came. The day our homeland was devoured by silence. The day everything turned to dust.
Whoa. Okay.
The Crusades' onslaught was relentless. A war without end. My parents led our armies in a final, desperate charge against the invaders. The tide of battle soon turned against them. I should have been there, either to save them or to perish by their side. Only I remained to protect the survivors of our once mighty kingdom. But in my darkest hours, doubt took hold. How can I lead these people? Where to? Am I really worthy to be their queen? In my moment of despair, a golden light appeared from above. It was Isla. A holy celestial bird who had once guided my mother. I hear you, faithful guardian. Please show us the way.
Guided by Isla, Lorelei heads for the allied kingdom of Elbin. Her only hope is that Hauser, a loyal friend of her father and aide to Elbin's king, can grant her people sanctuary.
What kind of stupid name is Hauser?
At long last, the people of Erengard arrive at their destination, but something's amiss. Elbin's roads, fields, and villages are deserted. An ominous silence hangs thick in the air.
Okay, so I'm seeing a continue button. Let me take a quick moment to talk about some of what we just saw. I don't know if video game developers, designers, / whatever get annoyed by this thing that I know us game players do, which is compare something to other games. I've already compared the music to 2 different Final Fantasy games. However, I didn't expect an interactive cutscene. This appears to be sort of a I can't think of the name of the games all of a sudden. The Total War. It looked like it was the battle type you would see in Total War, but with a card element, while also being completely fantasy based. Yet at the same time, the map art and the way that this story is being told, and a little bit to what the story appears to be, is making me think of Banner or something. Or was it Banner Saga? So, I mean, I guess that's great. If they're cool with being compared to all sorts of different games, they should be happy that I just named some really excellent games that they're being compared to. So that is just something that is it's a great opening, and I'm very curious. It does just that was perfect for a teaser trailer that would have been at a Summer Game Fest or way back in the day with E3. That makes me go, I want to know more about the story and I want to know more about the gameplay. So that alone is excellent. So now let's continue.
Look, everyone! Isla has found Elbin's capital. If we make haste, we could be there on the morrow.
Welcome, High Lord. And so your journey begins. Messages like this will help you learn the game. All messages have a more detailed lecture in the game manual. Click the menu button to the top left corner to find these lectures and read them at any time. And of course, you can disable or reactivate them. I did see when I was doing the settings that there was a tutorial mode that you can turn on or off, and I kept it on for obvious reasons. I've never seen this before. Before I hit continue on here, take a look at a couple of things. More Banner Saga-esque feeling, however, at a scale that now makes me think of yet another fantastic game series, Age of Empires. So they're just racking it all up. Like, I can't wait for the Assassin's Creed part, and when does Mario come into play, right? So we got some resources up at the top. We've got gold, which is produced by most locations every turn. Gold won in battles is stored in loot wagons until brought back to a location with storage. Ooh, that's interesting. Building material, that's produced by locations such as mines or wildwoods. There used to be a brand of pop around like the Great Lakes area called Wildwood that was based in Wildwood, Illinois. And now it's making me think I miss their cream soda. It is used to upgrade locations and expand them with specialized building cards. Okay. This is Divine Favor. Divine Favor is a unique resource only used by the Thousand Kingdoms. It is produced by sacred locations, such as temples. You spend it on cards tied to the celestial gods, like summoning luminant creatures. Okay. So we got some resources. This looks like a quest log up here in the upper right. We go lower left, and we see our people, which gives a highlight around them as well. Lorelei of Erengard, a member of the Thousand Kingdoms, level 1, the High Lord's army. Looks like we've got a cap of 6 units. We are at 5. The state is battle ready, and movement is 10 out of 10. You can further inspect them, it looks like, and you get that in both places. And then in the lower right, we have turn 1 end. Now I get to bring in yet another game. This time we'll say Civilization. I did mention I wondered if this was a 4X style game. So there's a turn-based system. This is us, the Thousand Kingdoms. There's a red team, a green team, and world. Interesting. I wonder if world is going to be like animals, dragons, pirates, barbarians, that kind of thing. So let's delve in a bit more. Moving armies is a fundamental aspect of waging war. Select your army with the left mouse button, then use right-click to move your army. They have limited movement points per turn as shown in their portrait. Interesting. They go down to the decimal, because this is not a hex system. And I believe 10 was their cap. However, what's interesting is there's a couple of things that I find interesting. I'm taking a look at the band that stretches from where my army is to where I'm pointing them at. Obviously, this says 4. That would be 4 out of 10 movement. And you see what looks like sort of a road or a pathway just connecting them. However, once I get to 5, or just a little over 5, there is this extra icon that appears above it. And I noticed there's a break in the line. And now they're supposed to be able to move 10. However, once I get to this 6 range, it starts filling up this circle. And the line there is red as well. I think the red has to do with fog of war and when something is or is not passable. Now, interestingly enough, 10 was supposed to be the cap if I read that correctly. But it doesn't say anything, like it doesn't X out the box saying, oh, no, you can't do this. So let's just go ahead and move them right here for now. I was supposed to right click and I didn't. Okay, snappy movement. Oh. Or we can have Friedland Vanguards, part of the red team here. Their hero is Jaeger. And you can see their cards. I can right-click to attack them. Curious that they did not choose to be like, oh, hey, you spotted somebody. But I do notice... Okay, that's just about the manual there. So let's get a little closer. Like, I'm not supposed to attack them, am I? Okay, so we're going to end our turn. I did not attack them. Turn-based strategy. What? Okay, just...
State your name and kingdom.
I'm Queen Lorelei of Erengard. We seek an audience with King Atron.
You're an ally of Elben, then, which makes you our enemy.
Ah, since when? Come on. Okay, I can pause this. Interesting that the game did not do that for me. All right, so they have infantry. It just all says infantry. So we've got these cards. I noticed you could mouse over them before. Cavalry charge. All friendly cavalry units rush into the target area, attacking enemies in their way with 5 power and pushing them away. Divine Spark. Fallen combatants of target units have a 10% chance to be revived. Damaged combatants of target units are healed for 1 health. Okay. And Retreat. Play this card into the retreat area on the left side of the battlefield to immediately end the battle. This counts as a lost battle, but your army will take all loot wagons and artifacts with it without a risk of them being stolen by the enemy. Okay, so we need this thing to come up. Oh, now it's... Oh no. My space to pause put away that message. So we're gonna do this. See what happens. This is very cool looking. I gotta give them a plus for that. This looks very, very nice. It appears I don't have direct control of these forces themselves. I don't think I do. kind of split up my forces, not on purpose. Let's be honest, I'm brand new at this. Didn't know how anything was going to work. Ugly win. So yeah, Elbin is at war, question marks. We got XP. We're not ready to go up a level yet. Got some gold. A cold shiver runs down Lorelai's back. She came here for safe shelter. What will become of her people now? We've got a button that says casualties. So it looks like we took out 3 units for 36 people. In our case, we didn't lose any units, but 17 people were casualtied.
Elbin, at war with Friedland. Our situation is even more desperate. I have to hurry. The capital might be in danger.
So something I'm curious about now is how does I'm assuming all those units are healed at the end of the turn, but that the casualties are lost. Because actually I right clicked, I didn't know I could do that, and apparently reserves formations. Oh boy, this is the type of thing I can get lost in. This is very much problematic for me at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot to look at there. How do I get out of this view? Here we go. Okay, let's make it the rest of our way to this place.
Lorelei rides with all haste through Silverstein's crowded streets, headed for King Atron's throne room. Her old friend Hauser lowers his mirrored mask and greets Lorelei with a warm yet weary smile. Elbin's monarch is nowhere to be seen.
Milady, it's good to see you. Though the skies over Elbin grow dark. What brings you here?
I need your help, old man. A purgatory has consumed Erengard.
Gods help us. This is grave news indeed. And your parents, your highness?
I'm queen now.
I'm so sorry. I'm sure King Atron will grant you sanctuary. But first, we need to rescue him from Doran's citadel to the north.
My people are tired, old man, but if we must.
Thank you, milady. We need to break the siege before the citadel's defenses are breached. At your command.
All right, we now have access to a city. We can right-click any army and location to inspect it and get a more detailed look. This is Lorelai's army, currently inside the city of Silverstein. To learn more about any units, you can right-click them to open up their details. There will be tooltips. We can drag and drop units to change their positions. This location also offers several recruitment options represented by the gray cards in the bottom. Drag them on to an end. Yeah, I get it. I can't read it, but I can read it and understand it all at the same time. It wants me to recruit a new unit now. So we got Rangers. Let's go this way. We got Hearthguard. We've got Ironsworn. These are great names. Rangers. Build up. Defense fire. Interesting. Well, let's go with Hearthguard. Just put them there for now. That gives us 6 units in the active army. And I noticed now that we're in a city, we also have this garrison option. Units in the garrison slots defend this location. They will stay behind if a visiting army leaves. Some units also have the garrison perk. They are spawned from locations with garrisons for free, but cannot leave those slots. You can also leave loot or artifact wagons here. Some artifacts boost locations. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't want to go any further forward because you better fucking believe I want this. And I'd rather focus on it than, speak out loud because it's so hard. This seems like it's pretty darn fantastic. And made with quite a lot of effort. I also find the siege ending in 4 turns thing interesting here. It's an interesting way of... It's a story-based 4X game, which I find incredibly interesting. As far as 4X goes for me, it's really only been 3 games. It's been Civilization, Galactic Civilization, and Endless Legend that I've mostly loved. I've never played their scenarios. It's always new game, let me set the parameters and just go. The fact that this seems designed specifically as a single player, or excuse me, a storyline experience is just wildly awesome. And I definitely want more. So with that, I can already answer my question. This is going from my following list to my add to wish list. Just a little taste for everybody there. It looks like the game is already available for sale. So let me actually go to the page. This came out in mid-November of 2024. So it's been out for a bit. All reviews have it surprisingly at the 78%. I would expect this to be higher than that. I'm curious as to what some of the thoughts are about why they don't like it, but just looking at the most helpful reviews is not actually helpful to answer that question. Interestingly, it says it has full controller support. It did not for this demo. I will say that much. The team is Chimera Entertainment. Let me see if they've made something before that I might be familiar with. The only other game I'm seeing from them is one from 2015 or 16 called Word Wonders: The Tower of Babel, which sounds familiar to me, but I can't say why exactly. If you do want to buy it, looks like at the moment regular price is $30. So you've got that. There is DLC already available for it called Light Eaters. And the soundtrack, digital art books, stuff like that are available as well if you are so interested. Like I said, I'm interested in getting this one. So this is a very small amount of playtime for me on this demo Dabble, but I'm okay with it. Just that opening teaser did it for me. That I knew right then and there that this was for me. And maybe it was for you. If so, hey, congrats. I spread this on to you. You get to add it and spend the money on it just like I will. But if not, stick around. You never know. We do all sorts of different types of games, and who knows what we're going to try next. I'll see you guys next week.